Good morning, class.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Okay.
sir.
Can you
Good morning, sir.
morning? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this time it is index numbers. The next chapter in row. Before this, we have finished your measures of central tendency. Before this introduction, we learned about descriptive, inferential statistics. Then after we finish this measure of dispersion, then we studied about measuring the correlation, and then simple linear regression. So these topics are done. The next topic is index number. So why I am writing index number separately? Because it has very less relationship as compared to these concepts with each other. So it will be using a bit of your average, but seems to be an independent topic. Now we'll start with the introduction. What is this index number? ये index number है क्या चीज? तो इंडेक्स नंबर एक ऐसा नंबर है, या यूं कह लें कि एक इस तरह का मेजर है. इंडेक्स नंबर इज अ मेजर विच will help to show changes in a variable. एक वेरिएबल में चेंज को दर्शाएगा, और ए ग्रुप ऑफ we should say it as related variable with respect to time, geography, income, profession, etc. The point to be noted here is that when a change in a variable happen, we cannot show it, but this index number will let us know the change in that variable with respect to time, geography, income, profession, expenses, change in the industry, and others. In short, you समझिए, can you compare the sales of a movie ticket in 1963 with the sales of the same in 2021. So the variable is same, sale of movie tickets, but the time has changed. This timeline is 2021, this was 1960. Can you compare this and can you come to a conclusion? आप बोलेंगे कि 1963 से और 2021 में तो बहुत बदलाव आ गए. Lot of things changed from 1963 to 2021. How can we compare? It means the sales cannot be compared because of the time difference with respect to time, change in the variable. you say that now our movies are earning 300 crores, 400 crores, but with the passage of time the value of money, so वैल्यू ऑफ मनी भी तो बड़ी है, इन्फ्लेशन बड़ा है, डियरनेस आपका बड़ा है. तो हाउ कैन यू कंपेयर, हाउ कैन यू से दैट दिस पर्टिकुलर मूवी इज परफॉर्मिंग बेटर देन दिस वन just only on the basis of sales? So these figures are little complex and misleading, but we need something, we need a number which we can use to make these things comparable, make these things with similar base. तो उसके लिए हम लोग जिस नंबर का यूज करते हैं, उसको, जिस टेक्निक को, जिस मेजर को यूज करते हैं, दैट इज योर मेजर, विच इज योर इंडेक्स नंबर. So you must have studied about consumer price index, price relative index. So these indexes are on the basis of one base year. If we are taking with reference to time, and if we are taking with reference to some geographic location, then we have to take one geographic location as base, so that we can make the variables comparable and we can show the changes in the variable, changes which happened because of the change in these bases. So this is just one simple example, and you will learn about this index number more in the later stages. Now, when an index number is designed to measure the relative change, so now we are measuring the relative change in a level of a certain phenomena pertaining to single item. It is called as simple or univariate index, and otherwise we call it as composite index number. Now we will not go into the history, who created it, who used it first, rather we will just put it into the practical use. Let us look at the different definitions and how they are describing these index numbers, how they are defining these index numbers. Some define it as a statistical measure to show changes in a variable with respect to time, geographic location और कोई भी दूसरा फीचर या वेरिएबल. Some scholars define it as a measurement statistic for measuring the fluctuations. So this is all about change. Measure the fluctuations where in a variable arranged in the form of series and using base period for making comparisons. So these 2 points I have discussed with you. Some scholars define it as an average which provide measurement of relative changes. So an average which provide measurement of relative changes. Measurement of relative changes. So whenever the term relative is there, it means that the variable is being measured with reference to or with respect to the other variable. So we have already studied this relative thing, the relative measure. When we are studying the dispersion, this relative is for the comparison purpose. That is always with respect to the total, that is always with respect to some other base variable. Now let us look at different types of index number. Different types of index numbers. Different types of index numbers. There are 3 types of index numbers. Number 1 is your price index. Number 2 is your quantity index, and number 3 is your value index.
Sir,
Yes. Any doubt, class? Okay, so these are 3 types of index numbers. So in this price index number, what you need to understand is we are going to study the prices, change in the price, change in the relative level of prices with respect to time or geographic location. So if prices are being changed with respect to time, we can study that in this price index number. If the prices are getting changed because of the change in the geographic location, we can study that in this price index. So it's all about measuring the relative changes in the level of prices. There is no need to worry if you do not understand the topic till now, because when we go towards the practical session, you will say that okay sir, we have already studied this, we have already done it. It's just it seems to be difficult, but it is not difficult. And for quantity index, as we measure the changes in the price level, we are also supposed to measure the changes in the quantities. These quantities can be volume of the goods, can be volume of the raw materials, can be quantity of items, and when they get changed with respect to time, so if your production is changing with respect to time. In 1990 the production was different, in 95 it was different, in 2000 it was different. When you measure these changes in quantity, you will use the quantity index, and the multiplication of these two index is your price value index. When you multiply the price with the quantity, you will get the value, you will get the monetary value. And when you measure this value as independent variable with respect to time, locations, then you will use your value index number. So these are three different types of index numbers. In the next topic, we will study about uses of index numbers. But before we move to the uses, I will ask you that there are some theoretical topics which are left. Do you want them to be complete now or after we finish the practical portion? There is one topic by the name of features, one topic by the name of uses, or we can say that application, and difficulties while making or constructing index numbers. So to my understanding, these points will make sense to you once you understand, once you learn how you calculate the index numbers. So we can complete these theoretical topics, but later. If you want them finished now, I can complete it right now. I want your opinion, guys.
Later.
Great. Okay, so the thing which is important for you, I have already told you. The meaning is done, concept, definition, types. So these are okay. We know that there are three types of index number, and one by one we need to learn how to construct the index number for these three index numbers. So we'll start with the price index first, and the same fashion this quantity index will also be prepared. Okay, so then start with this price index. It means we are here going to deal with the changes in the prices. Now look at this construction carefully. This topic is about methods of constructing index numbers. This is about methods of constructing index numbers, and there are methods divided into two parts, which further gets divided into two each parts. So what are these different methods of construction? First is your simple or unweighted method. Call it as simple or unweighted method, and other will be your weighted method. So while constructing the index number, one way is about not giving any weight to any variable, to any part of variable, and the other point says that you have to give weights depending on the importance of the variable for a particular use. Now this unweighted and this weighted further gets divided into two parts. simple aggregate method and other is simple average of relatives method. नाम सुनकर बिल्कुल भी घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है. These are very simple methods and I'll explain you why this is simple average of relative, why this is simple aggregate method. Similarly, we have weighted aggregate method and we have weighted average of relatives method. So these are different methods of constructing your index numbers. है क्या चीज, कहते क्या है? तो सबसे पहले ये समझ लीजिए कि इनको डिवाइड किया गया है इन दो भागों में. वन इज सिंपल अनवेटेड या फिर सिंपल कह लीजिए, दूसरा है वेटेड. एज द नेम सजेस्ट, these index numbers are constructed without assigning any weights. So if I explain this point number 1, these index numbers are constructed without assigning any weight whereas these are constructed, point number 2 यानी कि weighted, constructed after assigning weights to different items depending on their relative importance, depending on their relative importance. So you will see that in the simple, it is simple to calculate as there is no weight, but in the weighted itself you will find that there are different scholars and different controversies about which needs to be a good weight. So you will find many methods under this weighted. Some of them will say that you take base year quantity as weight. Some of them will say okay, you take current year quantity as weight. Some of will say that average of these two weight should be taken as weight. So there is a lot of discussions on this weighted, and we'll complete these, we'll discuss them one by one. So I hope this table, this diagram is okay and it looks good to you. You are able to understand the concept. Two methods of constructing index numbers, simple and weighted, and they further gets divided into simple aggregate and simple average of relatives methods for both the things. So this is the other division, aggregate method and average of relatives method. So this is present in both unweighted and weighted part. You can see this. Now let us start one by one. First point, first is your simple or unweighted aggregate method. इसके बाद एवरेज ऑफ रिलेटिव देखेंगे, एग्रीगेट मेथड। Most simple method, there is no weight, it is easy to calculate. How we calculate the price index? So this price index will be shown as P01. This P01 means price index, 0 being the base year and 1 being the current year. So that index number is measuring the change in the price with respect to the base year and the current year. So this P01 will be equal to summation of all the current year prices divided by summation of price of base year, and this will be represented in percentage form. All the index number will be, all index number will be shown in percentage format. Now this is simple aggregate method. You just add all the prices of current year and you divide it with the summation of all the prices of the base year. I'll write it. P1 is aggregate of prices of all items in current year, and this P0 is aggregate of prices of all items in base year. And now you will know why this method is called as simple aggregate method. It is simply an aggregate of all the prices either in the current and base, then you make them, you convert them into index number. And I think that there is no need to practice. Okay, then let's look at a very basic question then before moving on, being it a first concept. So there is question which says that the commodities are given, their prices for both the years given, and you need to calculate the index number. It says that it is the product, it is the price in 2010, it is the price in 2021. So product A, product B, product C, product D, product E. Prices are 30, 25, 90, 15 and 96. 40, 28, 108, 24 and 120. So we need to calculate the index, price index for 2013 using this 10. So this price index for 2010, this is P01, will be summation of all current year prices, summation of all base year prices. Current year prices are this, you just add them up and you put the values in this, you will get your answer. So I'll do this for you, and 40, 28, this is 320, 256. So this 320 divided by 256 into 100, this will give you 125. Now what this 125 mean? This is why I solved this. This 25 increase says that aggregate of prices for a given group of products has increased by 25% from 2010 to 2021. It says that 25% इंक्रीज हो गया प्राइस. And in the basic meaning of index number, we learned that we will study this index number is a measure to study the change in the variable. The change in price means, since it is price index, so the change in this price with respect to time in this particular case. How much change is 25%? This is simple method of calculating the index number. I hope this makes sense to you and it is completely understandable. Next, part 2 of the unweighted method. Part 1 was your aggregate, simple aggregate. Part 2 is your simple average of relatives, of price relatives. Simple average of price relatives. So it is divided into two parts. Average of price relatives. It means first we need to calculate the price relative. Okay, how we do it? First of all, we should know that price relative क्या है. This price relative for a commodity we will calculate for individual product. So this price relative will be P here and defined as P1 upon P0 into 100. Now you will say, sir, this seems to be much similar to the simple aggregate method, but there is a difference. The aggregate method called for the summation of this current year prices divided by the summation of price of the base year. In this, we will calculate for each product the relative change, and then we take the average. But the average are of two types. One is your arithmetic average and the other is your geometric average. So as the question says, as the examiner wants, we need to adopt any one method. So how you calculate this price index number with arithmetic mean? It is simple. 1 by n यानी कि average of all the price relatives. यही तो बात हुई थी डेफिनेशन में. और अगर ज्योमेट्रिक मीन से निकालें, then it is anti-log of 1 by n summation log p. So that's how you calculate your simple average of price relatives. Let us look at one question from this topic.
Sir, please can you scroll up a little bit?
Is it fine?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Can you scroll down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is price relative. Simple. Calculate the price relative. It means relative, their proportion, and then average out them. Average is of two types. So this question says that price for the product is given. This can be, this is your P0, this is your P1, and the products are A, B, C, D, E and F. 20, 45, 50, 60, 85, 120. 30, 55, 75, 70, 90, 130. Now what is this price relative? To calculate the price index number using both arithmetic mean and geometric mean. So first we need to calculate this P. This P is price relative. कैसे निकालते थे? P1 by P0 into 100. So you will calculate for individual products then. This is 30 upon 20. 30 upon 20 into 100 will give you 150. This is 55 divided by 45 into 100 will give you 122.2, and you will calculate all the values by your own. I am writing it for your reference so that we have enough time to complete this. Since this price relative is available, but if you want to do it in a geometric mean manner, we must calculate the log also. Why? Because in this geometric mean format, we need to calculate this summation log P. So for this, we need to have this log P. Okay, let's look at this arithmetic formula. P01 index number is equal to 1 by n of summation P. Can we calculate it first? Okay, yes. So your P01 using arithmetic mean will be 1 by n summation P. You add these values, you will get summation P. ये वैल्यू आप निकाल लीजिए. This summation P is around 753.1. So this will be 1 by 6 F6 1 2 3 4 5 6 multiplied by 753.1. So this will be your price index using arithmetic mean. Now this price index using geometric mean will be, we need to look at the formula. What is the formula? Formula says anti-log of 1 by n summation log P. Now we'll calculate this anti-log using anti-log table. We have this n, we need this summation log P. So for this summation log P, we need to calculate log P first. Log of this price relative. So you look at the log table, you will calculate the log P, you add them and you put that in this formula, you will get your price index number. So I think this is done for the day. We have finished the unweighted method of calculating index number, the simple method of calculating index number, and we have covered both the parts of it. In the next class, we will discuss about the weighted aggregate method. For now, thanks, do as much practice as you can, and we'll move towards the attendance section.